Hello, I'm AbyaXToyCat, and the brand new zombie horse cape you could have earned over the weekend has officially been added to Minecraft today, even if 0 people have earned it, and we've also seen confirmation on whether or not you are one of the people who will be receiving this in the coming days. And so for any cape collector, this is Mojang adding sweet nectar, but here's everything you need to know about that zombie horse cape, as well as the 26.0 update today. And so with that said, let's get started with the good news, because you should have a brand new notification in Minecraft right now, which I think really allays a lot of people's fears about the cape, because this challenge was one that you had to do over the weekend. You had to know about it and then kill 5 mobs using the spear, but the problem was there was no confirmation that you'd really done it, but that confirmation has now been fixed with this notification. Now, I wouldn't blame you for not ever knowing there was a notification button in Minecraft, because it's this tiny thing in the corner, obviously overshadowed by the marketplace button, but if you click on this right here, you should see a brand new message as of today saying your cape is coming. Interestingly, you can see that this is a message that is slightly different to the one we got for the copper cape, and indeed it's slightly less spaced out, but it's the exact same message otherwise, saying thank you for taking part, and now you've got a new battle-ready cape on the way. This cape has been confirmed from this little image over here that, as you can see, it's going to have the cape and the elytra use the same texture. No Jack Blackface, thank God, but this is something you'll be receiving within 30 days, and so there are only 2 immediate issues that present themselves. Some people, including long-term subscribers of the channel, say they haven't received these messages, so that's a bit of a concern. If you don't have the message, now is the time to check, do I have footage of me having killed 5 mobs for that later support claim? And the other problem is a lot of people got this message for the copper cape and then never got the cape in the end. So over the next 30 days, you should, keyword here should, receive a brand new cape for your skin, but interestingly, at time of recording, precisely 0 people have gotten their hands on one. This is something you can check using NameMC. They scan everyone's skin on a very regular basis to see who has what capes, and obviously this only works for Java. On Bedrock, it's not officially visible, so they don't know how many people have the Bedrock exclusive capes like this, or there's a lot of capes that it's not widely known about how many people have them, but for what it's worth, Minecraft is currently rolling out those capes, and it will happen at some point in the next 30 days. I have a lot of questions about why we have to wait 30 days, but we'll go into that in the the bad part of this later, because for now we've got some other very good news, because did you hear a brand new snapshot is out for Java, and it's for the first update of next year, which means it's called, drumroll, Minecraft 26.1 Snapshot 1. Now, I immediately have some thoughts on that name, and I'm sure you do too, but let's quickly go through exactly what is inside of this, because they say there is one more time to press the button to make the snapshots happen, and they say this is going to be the final release of 2025. Now, notably, I missed this last week, but the preview that came out last week said it was the last preview of the year for Bedrock, and so that means that this is the last release of any form that Minecraft will be doing this year. And so what is inside of it? Well, it's mostly technical changes. I think one of the big ones is the fact that what trades are unlocked by villager professions are now determined using deterministic random sequences like loot drops and barter loot, and the algorithm that maps block and skylight levels and bright things and how they appear on screen has been fully rewritten, and also a new light map debug renderer was introduced. The first of these changes should in theory make Minecraft a bit better when it comes to how trades work, and the second of these changes are very technical, and the rest of this is all about data pack version 95 and making Minecraft Java a more data-driven game, which is good for certain types of modders. They've also fixed some bugs, which is very delightful, and so that is the good news today. Our last snapshot of 2025 has just dropped, and it's the first one inside of the new naming system for Java, which is where I think we have to move into bad news now. So we'll come back to the bad news for the cape later. I think that's very important. But can I just say, my God, Minecraft, Bedrock, and Java getting a brand new naming scheme was one of the most exciting things for me. I figured we had finally moved past the point where the difference between an update and a drop, or a Java version number and a Bedrock version number, I figured all of that would be irrelevant because people would just know from the version system what the next update or drop will be called, what will be inside of it. I think all of that stuff would be very obvious, and so when we're excited for the summer drop, we don't have to say summer drop / chase the skies / 1.20 1.111. Instead, we could just say, I'm really excited for the Smorglebloggle update. The Smorglebloggle update with its swampy, treaky wood is going to be coming out, and it's going to be 26.3 for all of us, but it's not going to be 26.3 for all of us, and this is proven by the Java version number that they've just gone with. 26.1 Snapshot 1 implies this is the first snapshot for the first update of 2025. 2026, and it is, but they're calling that first update of 2026 26.1, as opposed to Bedrock, where the first update is called 26.0. Okay, let's be real, I think it's a bit crazy to make a brand new version system up from scratch and then decide that, yeah, on Bedrock we start counting from 0, but on Java we start counting from 1. Again, to be clear, they scrapped the entire name that snapshots, betas, and main updates were named and still ended up with a system that has, I would argue, less parity than we've seen before. I think that's kind of crazy if we're being honest with ourselves, but I do have to say that there is a little bit of method in the madness, because it means that when 26.0 comes out, which will be before 26.1 for Java, then the first drop of 2025 or 2026, I checked on the version number system, the spring drop of 2026 will be called the same thing on Bedrock and Java, just with a 0 at the end on Bedrock, 26.10 to Java's 26.1, and so it will be confusing again when the Sploogu Bloogu update comes out in summer, and it's 26.30 to 26.2, but there is some method to these updates having such wildly different names. It's just that the method only lines up for 1/4 of the year. Actually, not even 1/4 of the year. It will line up between late January and March whenever the spring drop comes out. There's going to be a month and a half where it all makes sense, and then the same thing will happen again every year from then onwards, so you can't hate the version system that much. But what you might hate that much is the cape system. I have been getting a lot of, honestly, quite vitriolic messages talking about how upset they are with the cape system, and I feel like it is my responsibility to share those complaints with you today, because the way that capes are being handed out is one that seems needlessly anxiety-filled. Why do I say that? Well, we have ourselves a brand new way of earning capes, which is you do challenges in the game. This is awesome, and real props to Mojang for actually working this out. The earliest capes used to be, yeah, you click a button that says you've earned the cape, and then they started making capes where you had to watch TikToks. This is not ideal. This is not good. This is not... I did not enjoy this, to be frank with you. I don't want to watch Twitch or TikToks to earn Minecraft capes, and it's not a very good promotion because they're encouraging you not to play the game, and so it was really great when they announced that you could start earning capes inside of the game, and not just on servers, but for doing things in your survival world. Minecraft was already collecting the telemetry data anyway, and so using it to reward capes is great, but here's where I think things have gone wrong. First of all, there's no actual way to know inside of the game whether you have done the cape challenge or not. Sure, you should be able to keep track of whether you killed 5 mobs, but do you know that the game has kept track of that? You know, do you know that your world, in the same way that some worlds earn achievements and others don't, you have to rely on the game telling you after the challenge is done, and that's the second problem, is you don't learn immediately whether you've done the cape or not, you learn after 30 days. Given how unreliable the copper cape was, if you recall, it's one of the 7 big problems that were facing Bedrock when it was at its most broken, if you recall just how bad that was, and how Mojang didn't really ever actually fix it, there's a lot of concerns amongst people that they're not going to receive something which they rightfully should. And so what has Mojang done about that? The answer is nothing. I'm sorry, I feel like I would really be excited if they had done something or announced something, but as far as we can tell, they are using the same system with even the same message for completing it, just with one less line break in there. So I think that it seems very obvious what Mojang should have done. There is an achievement system inside of the game, and there is a way for Minecraft to give little toast messages to let you know something has happened. If they are tracking to see if you have done the thing you need to do, then why not just show that on screen? Or even better, we already have a way of giving character gear for doing things immediately called achievements. Achievements obviously are their own separate thing that report to Xbox Live, but why not have an achievement that earns 0 gamer score that allows you to get this cape? Or indeed, why not allow it to give gamer score and just make the cape a time limited thing? A time-limited achievement would be so cool, would drive so much hype, and would be so clear to everyone because you would do the thing and you get the cape, and you'd be able to show off the cape to other players as a reminder of why they should get it. I think that the way Minecraft has done cosmetics is not just anxiety-inducing, it's not just a bit wonky, but it actively harms the promotion itself. I think there are lots of cooler ways to do capes, and I hope that Mojang does those, but in all seriousness, I feel confident that this time round, given the amount of problems of the copper cape, that most people should be getting their hands on this zombie horse cape, and when will that happen? In the next 30 days. Why do we not have a more precise time frame? Again, I feel like communication is often done, instead of being like, outwards and open and trying to communicate with us, sometimes Minecraft uses weird legal terms, like why would you tell us it's within 30 days? That just serves to make us think like, well, should that be tomorrow? Should that be next month? Why don't they just say we intend to do it it in exactly 3 weeks, or we're going to start doing it now, and the rollout takes 30 days, so the last players will be getting it then. But even that seems a little bit crazy, right? There are so many ways to interpret this, and it's super loose wording for something that many people think is important, because ultimately, to bring this whole video together, the reason that this is so exciting for many people is because of the special place that capes have in the community's heart, and I hope that if there is such a special place for it, then it's something they'd put a little bit more love and affection into. But that's just my opinion. The zombie horse cape is now officially here, and now you know that if you did something great with the spear, you should be able to unlock it soon. But soon is all we got. By the way, just in case you're curious about an update on my PC, I spoke about it quite a lot recently. I did a full memory test, and it's definitely not my RAM, which is a positive thing, I guess we could say. However, I'm fairly certain that my Windows is like deeply corrupted, and it's probably my M.2 SSD, my PCIe SSD, that's responsible for this. So I've got a new one. I'm gonna do a full reinstall of Windows, and from tomorrow, I should be able to finally stop complaining. I'm hoping so, at least. Anyway, with that said, to recap, there is a brand new 26.1 update for Java. 26.0 is not getting a beta until later. We also have the brand new cape, which is in the game. It exists, but no one has it at time of recording, and we just know it will be within 30 days. The system is a little bit wonky, but hopefully that means it's being fixed. And if this video felt negative, it's because I'm just upset about my PC. Perfect. Now you understand everything. I look forward to seeing you for the rest of Streammas. Thank you, and goodbye.